Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Mongbe ni video jibela. Actually, manna kame jambake. I'll be here just for maybe like 10-15 minutes. Actually, I don't want to discuss about this case until the police. That is the actual time Lieutenant Kanyum calling this cause. But Najaloko Diamo Bidaka Nyame, I think it's important. Kana Kakudul Bundi Mole no because Akumara Bakele. Like I said, I am part of organizations, but we always try to protect the young ones, protect the youths, protect the generation, protect the girls. So I will not be kind of in support of anyone. Me alonko ya mari mutale kumen ya o ya mari tumile kumembe ko rape case. So we are not going to be in support, but we will follow the matter to the last step, because y'all don't just level drunk they be clean especially the funding cowl, because I've seen a lot of people they're talking about this issue. Some are taking sides. For me, actually, Kexx is my friend. Kexx is my friend. We know each other for so long from the school time. Now that we are all into politics, we're all into activism. But the thing is, that does not mean if there's someone else, I will be, I'll be like that. I go justice yesterday. So why not, my friend? I don't want justice to serve. Something it actually involves my friend. Maybe so why, if it is my friend, somebody? This is very important, because didn't know involved and didn't know me alonko will involve the coin kono. We didn't know if I have right pro come kala sama kanta, because momalo we didn't know if I'm more na sama and sungul no you understand sungul no me alonko ya fo nyame ko abe sanjitan worole and be I am sanjitan worole dum kabila ke but me tembo men ko abe sanjitan worole. So basically sungul no nyi falang only dumulati, you understand, and that is something we should all consider. Well, I don't know. In case is always important. Yeah, to do back. But one thing is very important. Left the drone, Gambian could be Alio understand. Ulam need to go. I've been following this case, covering Janin before even this matter. I've been following police. I've been following the matter. And I've been following it so keenly, and then since when Kexx has been arrested, I've been going there every day, every day, and before Bitajele, case Nimba for local. But like I said, Nataje doesn't mean ko Ndarajele comment Kexx fasa kula me alongo kumirola. No, Ndarajele Kexx as a friend, you understand, and now I don't know my Ndarajele. But I don't think Nyandaka more fasa. We are to me follow, you understand, and the mayor to me for more dimity. This is something we all need to understand. But one thing left all of the more need to go. In case I can what me and then a report what me, and why I'm a report in those days and why it is the report now. So whatever might be the case, this is something I believe all of us need to understand, because Kome Yalongo actually, according to the narrative of the girl, happened since 2024. 2024 come alongo sungudo nying ala kuma gonga ko aketa kabin 2024 from 2024 2025 at a wuluta kada wuluta the only day the parents reach out to I mean to Kexx, the parents reach out to Kexx was cool the no na fitting the long wolum lungu ya lonko the parents of the girl reach out to Kexx. So from that very day, I think Kexx diamuda and then Kexx yatandala ko. Okay, anyway, I will be coming. You understand? And then Mero no, kana naja because I don't want young malavi nyunko diamu kela jang the no nyumpo imagine now bondi janda phone na samba to go and live in Bakau. You understand? So Kabirun that day also noted diamu monkey also. So Kexx was opportune to talk to the uncle of the girl. Sungdo na barendo nying Kexx nyo diamutale. Sungdo nyim barema. Kamana barema diamuta and I could explain and then barema fana yajeko. Anyway, nying ko imukulet me alonko like the according to barema nying I didn't know la mo nyame I Kexx la mo nyame fana yajeko no. Didn't know nying ansa ya munkuma. You understand? So from there everything died out. Left the Gambian college understand. Kabirun don't everything die out. So at the end of it, yeah, coup monkey. So it was after the protest. It was after the protest. The protest, Burfoot protest after the protest. And this is something I want all of us to make it and hakilo about it. And then like I'm saying, mandra fuka njanko dan kafuko nata ka fasa rolake, manna fasa la because dimu be carol bella follow for janin tuna be lona. Manna fasa la. But there are things me alongo nyata ka haklo to and especially we the people who are into politics today. Don't make the political kono. Especially we the people me alongo we are into activism. As an always in the protests, always talking against the government. Don't be nyata ka haklo to back. My people, I want to tell you one thing. Nyunko Bay, like I said, Akedale, for the note that Akebara, the note is almost 1 year, 2 months. The note imagine, Kabim Bama Konoda Washerman, for Konon, that maybe about 7 months, we confirm from the lady, for 7 months, at the, Utumolem, I detect Konobala, right? This is something we all need to understand. It was after 7 months. So imagine 7 months off, and then Wulu, and then sign is 1 year. Is 1 year, 2 months. So 7 months plus 1 year, 2 months. That is 1 year, 9 months, right? 1 year, 9 months. Okay. So in Savago, Utumolem dino kwa itolea kalam doko, atifona kalam doko korobal, right? It's like what she is saying, she never knew ate akonomatale until after our sister wale aje elsanama understand, and then they went and do a test. Kabida de test ke utumalem inatana na ka understand ko dinonyum konobala or dinonyum phone na lonko utumo ate konobala. So that period I didn't sign them up. I mean, because Marlon for I would do that the 7 months, for 8 months, for 9 months, but what I know is what I need to go dinner about 1 year, 2 months. Now, guys, left out 1 or 2 things me along. I just want everybody to understand here. What I need to go, the girl and the mom, ibe luwa shola sumuntole, ibe dibakundale. Ebe lua sola jumala sokono, ebe lua sola undanya na la sokono, undanya. So if you don't know undanya, undanya wala munu MPP la sorry guys, none at all. So if you don't know undanya wala mu NPP la Kiamano, MPP la former chairman. Remember, yeah. So if you don't know Undanya wala munu NPP la former chairman of the KMC, signed tell him the special, tell him president of the religious advisor. So this girl, because Kexx was in the same place, right? So Kexx right? Kexx was in that compound for so many years, and then another and then he went for rent in another compound, a neighborhood. Among Kexx that environment on the move from Belabula. Kexx environment on the move from Belabula. Kexx actually lives in the same area still. Among Kexx let's say another place. No. Kexx I went to a neighborhood. Among them for Jela, another world, I believe in the world with his wife. That is something me and need to understand. So, but to make this point very clear, to more you understand, follow, ko undanyang NPP, the former chairperson, you understand, is someone may along. In fact, Alpha engaged the form because what we understand, you understand, one can allege him. You understand? Allegedly, it will multi-million and then I will tell you how it happens. Yeah, but at the end of it, because I know this is life. People like I said, I am not here Pruka Kexx Fasa, or I am not here Pruka Dino Fasa. Just to tell people, Pruka Menko Alia understand because. Now you left a movie, I understand. Let us not be emotional in corner like this. You understand? Because at the end of it, we all understand how systems work. Now understand that be Africa Mazakunda like Tamanyami and be understand the system of Tamanyami, into learning Bankol come. You understand Africa? And like if people are upright, like Nimul Findita, Ikatra Nyato, Kamansa, Kamansa Kusonsong. It's not something Mea Longo is always easy. And then I want people to really understand this. So, men can all of you go, Yunko beta relief, Fabi, Finkata, it was all that out, Dino Bala Cola, Kexx Bala Cola, and Dinoka, Memfoko, Kafoko, Atabuka, Kexx. And then I just want to tell you people, Kexx sounded diamond to the people in that house, in that compound, they all know where Kexx is. I'm not going to come and Kexx so along. Everyone in that compound knows where Kexx is because Kexx live in the neighborhood. I believe someone kono, I sound the someone kono right now where he is living. You understand? It's like the same area, the same neighborhood. So it didn't know when you can go a mile long Kexx per diamond or abuka Kexx. That is something also everybody need to move in the car check. Kavuko abuka Kexx for all these years. You understand? About Kexx, no. I don't. Ufanamu feel me along more than can hackle to the bag and Nala and hackle. Kexx be live in the back on the inside. I'm on body. I will live in jail inside. What they did was all in you. Kabaya Muso Futulem, Adoma Bula Sonin Konaji, Adoma, you understand, Adoma Bula Aven Damendo. So, again, at the phone to the neighborhood, another Muso be live through water. That's where I be rent and Damendo. And again, Kexx, because this family, you understand, Kexx near, come in, you live with people, Alenyo Kalolong, Alganyo Kexx was living there without wife, sometimes Alganyo Marquella, you understand, because life is not easy. So, that comment, I didn't know interaction, or I want people to also understand, because Kexx will be living, you understand, and I know Kexx very well. And Kexx will be living there, Kexx come among Musuman Tarabulije. He was living in that compound and Adomal. Understand? And then, basically, Nini more believing, and I understand the mom is somehow a good person, Bamani. So, Niyo Mosi Vaji, Ibelafle, sometimes I look at Yoko, so, but that is something I can actually say. And another logo, Mero will confess that I think Kexx was a right? I think Kexx by the Yasot and Yoko. So, but Kabring. Yung burfoot protest ning keda burfoot protest ning kola So you protest jamo be caring. Having protest jamo you be caring no dro. You know, I understand from somebody at the NPP bureau. You understand? And you know, the Syrian and Dolphin Blanco. Came saying, go catch from a ballad in Fonko Bella, you know, I didn't do it from a Finkajana. Yeah. So Kabilo for the drone, that's where the matter is being picked up. It's not coming Kafuko. Actually, it's the parents, they just jump up. What happened was, you know, Diamoni, you understand, you know, because Naja Manta motto for the Jama specifically, because I just want every Koku Mufutala war totally, you understand? And so Kabring in protest of call like a case from another mama be another Kobe, you understand? I didn't do the Konoma, you know, jump on the age of the Konoma. So from there it's just picked up, you understand? So the first thing Kabiya Ko picked up gay, the day after the protest, the knowing, you know, yeah, I think I don't know, some people start, you know, pushing her up, you understand? And so I thought Kexx Sonko, I don't know, Kexx Moto, because Kexx Moto, you know, from the protest in Brufut, and a motor problem was settled, right? From the protest at Brufut, because protest in Kexx Moto until Beka will use, Kexx Moto and Akim Lamoto until Kaula use. So I think Alamoto promotion from the Brufut protest, Alamoto promotion from the Brufut protest, Alamoto di Fidala. Moto in Doku. So Moto Fidala Bulu, so Fidala Moto Park somewhere else, you understand? According to Kexx. So Fidala Moto Park Damendo, the knowing, you know, I mean, not a word like Cameroon, you know, Cameroon single take Jindi, right? But I thought a motor been Fidala Bulu. You understand? According to Kexx. I got motor been Fidala Bulu at the time. So you know, after Fita Natana, you know, ko be regle, you understand? Kabin Fita o be regle, Kabin Fita o be regle already for Pareda, and I'm ruining the Kexx, you understand? But Fita for money for Kexx, right? Fita money for Kexx. So, you know, it was after Kabin, you know, Diamoni Ketanun, you know, TikTok or the so Kexx Natana, you know, Fita in Yinanta. So, come on, Fita in that Napa, yes. Nana moto park black and Banata is single bay Jindi, understand? Pita in that not of fine. Nana moto park blood, but not a single bay Jindi, but after Nana. Yeah, so they just move on, right? And then it's a town in So Beje, right? So the ammoning Natana wool. But from the beginning, like Kexx last time when you're rolling in the co. Okay, if now, for example, you guys feel like for Kule Meya Lonko, Nteleake, I think the best thing is you go to the police. You understand? You go to the police and then report the matter before the police, and then you know let the police do their job. So as we are speaking right now, the police are doing their job, and then I think. It will be important, you know, we leave the police to do their job. You understand? By then, a minor has been involved. You understand? And one thing we all need to understand: the life you save might be the life of yours. So it's very, very important that you know, because more involved also is a minor. That is why. I am advising each and every one of us. Because you know, mine will involved again, didn't know involved again, and didn't know nyanda kalo didn't know ya akumada back to didn't know fana loai and sunguru ananaga sunguru no nyum fana fana lo sunguru no nyum fana kalo afe. Kajoko Tonya is Sabati is not coming to take side for because Karamunda friend that is no, it's not like that. Remember you will need to go. I mean, Karase kill a friend in your yama. Lua Mulualet and the Lua Kona, you understand? Will be chow, Yandaka Lua Le Canta. Bali, Molmele Ameron coming Kapuko, be Fintilla Dronka Fasa Rocket. No. You cannot be a human rights activist you know, more full in that nature or in this critical situation right now, you have to make Carla Fasala. No. I always say this Prumolia understand why Minatina Ning out because the story. I don't want to go to the story that much. The Nola Kumakon Malav cut out of bucket. And the reason why Malav cut the Nola statement in the bucket, I believe the police, the SIS, or the intelligence, or will do the needful to screen the Nola Kumakon because actually so far what we understand the Nonim Kabana understand yes still she didn't say Amanyu Foko Kapokan Kexx, right? Amawfu answer ala diamokon. And that is something I believe, Nyanda can happy to get back. Because you know when you answer amok. What so far I'm Kabanata at the station, so far, the stories we heard Amafoko and Kexx for I remember you to go she just get into the car and then Namuro Kono about Namuro Kono and then I think Kexx started Kaban started they go she passed out when she I don't know what is passed out, that's what she said. I understand and at the end of because she cannot identify even where Kexx had somebody you understand. She cannot identify exactly where Kexx has somebody, and this is something we all need to understand. It's like a didn't and then why Kexx will give, and then I remember Kexx man Fendia Fana. This is something we need to understand because basically among come didn't know you current toilet or more come didn't know you multi alonko ala moyal desatale or so. So basically nim Kexx at the tar I have learned motora. I Fendia me alonko about Sirandila. I mean, she should have she said ko ako mansoro, ako manke. Like ako Kexx man Fendiala, me alonko asafoko wala fengel, but I just wrong. And she only saw herself being passed out and then later Wulta. And then Yan Kale for Kabi Wulta for yellow ye bala come on yellow for dimension about come on dimension for web teleba come on web. So all these things, I mean, this is from our own statement, you understand, so far. You understand? And that is this statement was the statement also I meant for the audio circulated. You understand? And but at the end of it, what is more important here is Tonya is Sabati because law is there for every one of us. It's just this country here. If it is a person may alongo, he's in another political party. I believe this case is not gonna come up. That I mean, people will say, "Oh, it's not let's put politics away." But I swear, the thing is here, if this person may alongo, these things may be kicking. I swear, if the person is in all the political parties per se, it might be a different case. I can tell you for free. Recently, I'm telling you the way the political situation of this country is right now. You understand? But because Kexx is an activist, and again, one thing also we need to understand, Kexx announced I believe the police will see that Buko is not in favor of them because Kexx case from the beginning to the end, Kexx ya bail on it. From the beginning to the end. Kexx knows everything. And Kexx so Kexx ya go akana bukola seven. That is something we all need to understand. Akana bukola seven. Right? And Bugonim already Bugonim men until he made a brief about the book. I commend him for it. That is something also we all need to understand and put it in our back. To be there for the victim, but we should also think Kexx also could be a victim. You understand? Because Kexx Sanneh won the penalty, right? Kexx Sanneh won the penalty. If the case go whatever way around, what happened to nte te sonna ka findi ka bunga Kexx le fasa nte sonna ka findi ka ko nka dindo ni le fasa. You understand? But what I can say will nse findi no do mon niveau metara dam ro ni ko ntaka tonya le fasa tonya movement wala ñu ko loi même fo ndebe to ñala fe I'm not there because of the girl, I'm not there because of Kexx ndebe lolu to ñala fe même mu to ñala dron ndebe lolu to naka So this is what is happening. And we all have to understand that. Because, I mean, we know, even Melia Samba TikTok, we know them, association. That is also something very, 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 very clear. Right? But at the end of it, because even at the police, Kexx Mambalang, Kabuko with DNA test, no. Kexx is still willing for that. But the thing is, you know, put up DNA test while Kexx is under custody with the police. You understand? I don't think our lawyers also are advising him to do that. You understand? Because Ankunu, you know, they called both of them that go aside. The police, you know, want to take, you know, both of them case DNA Tesla. But after Tesla lawyer was not there. I mean, none of his lawyers were there at that time. You understand? They just want to Kasamba, and then there was no, you know, witness there and the like. So Kexx no, I mean, I am willing and I am open for a DNA test, but I would like my lawyers to come, and then, you know, also my doctor also to be there, because DNA monkey fen chahanti, DNA mu fenati me alongo, you know, I mean, now if it's just single error wrong, it can be different thing. So nibe a telephone, there are procedures. You must follow those procedures. So Kexx is willing to do that. And from my discussion with him, is willing to do that. Kajeko is willing, is ready to go and do a DNA for the truth to be known. And I just want to tell everybody about that. He's not running away from DNA. He's not running away from any kind of test. All what he is saying, we follow the due process, and I believe the due process will be followed. But I will repeat this part again, because why I said I will repeat and keep repeating this part again is something me I don't go. Everybody needs to know, because men can go. Come on, go didn't man you know, to take this matter to the police. No, that's not the reason here, and I want people to understand here. It doesn't mean you understand? It is something me alone from that moment. You understand? Among Koima, you understand, and they didn't know and say among Kuma, you understand, because, you know, among Kuma by, you know, Bamanually or the family to a level where it convinced the family through a case in Samba, I mean, to the police. And this is something we all need to understand. You understand? So, and even the uncles, you know, because the lady the girl has uncles, you know, and the uncles were all involved in this discussion, but the union did not give them something that enough, you know, member generally for them to take the matter to the police. So covering this matter, not an NPP, and I have to say this very clearly because we know it. I'm not going to more long. So some of after the protest in Brufut, you understand, because Kexx was at the protest, and then you all see also Kexx's contribution about this case. So, and we all know a lot of people, you know, supported. We've all seen Ahmad Gite and the core here. If you did like a molne, yes, sir. Ahmad Gite, I mean, will be like a, you know, molne. So, one thing is very important here is, I am not, I mean, politicizing this, and whoever wants things, because we are politicizing it, and I'm telling you, I mean, this is about life. Nobody should politicize life. But one thing, what I meant for long, we have to say that. You understand? For people to understand. This is because more life meaning. And didn't know you understand? We have to be by her side to make sure we protect her. You understand? I mean, that child must be protected. And this is something we all need to know. We have to be there to make sure that we give her comfort. You understand? We give her comfort, but what is the truth also? Na melong, na dumano melong. Call for is very important, because in fact, Kabin Kexx starter, and I want people to understand. In fact, Kabin Kexx starter, right? Gay at the police, right? And yes, sugunu commandi, you know, your case command sugunu nada, sugunu ala story in narrate. You understand? Ala story in narrate to the police. Kexx found that Kexx had a story in the police. And then the CID officers there, when they look at all the statements, the both statements. I mean, what they did was, okay, they told them, okay, sign, you guys can go, and we will do further investigation. And they leave all of them to go. So it was after, a call came from the top. A call came from the top to say this, no, I cannot, don't allow Kexx to go. You can allow the girl to go, but don't allow Kexx to go. A call came from the top. So after Kexx was, it is around Friday prayers time. So Kexx started Salah Jamo. Kexx went to pray at the mosque in Karaba, at the station there in Karaba. So Kexx besal dula I'm a Kexx, so I call him Bejan, and I have seen him band up Salulaji. So and then a police officer came at his back, assaulted. After Salo, police officer they need you back at the CID. And then that was the time he went back to the CID. We have an order from the top that we have to keep you. You understand? But initial it can be not a show. The new statement for Kexx statement for the so this yajibe so in another go so that is why the police a statement me ya bondi come for drone I don't believe because nini months have been wrong it yanda ke haklo bad and this is something me along is to all of us and then it's to all of us you understand the moment it kada moti me along ko it mari in Masakunda Benyola in Africa or in this country the Gambia ke haklo bad akumara baket yes I swear put ke haklo bad akumara baket right. Because we know there are other issues will be pending. We know those ones, you understand? But it's like if those personal issues have to come into this case, it might be a different thing. You understand? So, but what is more important here, like I said, and I will repeat it again, because all of us be be sister soul, you understand? And then we must all respect that. All of us be bad muso I mean, we all have a family, you understand? That dimuso lel bembulu. So if living in a more dollar dimuso be kolyakono, more dollar dimuso be kolyakono, inyanta, haklo lagi bakele. Inyanta ki haklo to give bakele. Yes. So Momo yeah. So guys, like I said, I don't want to spend much time here. The no and then the knowing abe dimo dimin kono be aladan hazawajal pour ala se be aladan na masaba mazakalanke ala se ala dimo ñu suma yanda dal yin case ñing asa bankaya la to ñamu menti to ñati sala to ña soto fanya tiyo yala fanya soto. That is something Mealongo is very, very important. To la tiyo yala to ña soto fanya tiyo fanya yala fanya soto umukulel Mealongo umada bakele. So Malaf can be bake, like I said. But never don't mully along. These are some of the few things I would like people to know. Why? Why the matter was not reported at the police at the time. That is something I believe each and every one of us never come from because in 2024 and then since 2024 I don't know the story I don't know about it. It's a little more but at the end of it, diamole be kitchen Taylor. At the end of it, at the end of it, at diamo and mean for what be kitchen Taylor. At the end of it, DNA be kitchen Taylor. DNA because those are the simple things. Mele alongo ibe wolle kela. Understand? So wolu I believe ko will be kelele bi iznillah will be kelele inshallah na boda ala bala dinil be kelele tuna be lon tuna be sabat lale min atara Kexx la ke fanan. I mean, we all know what the law said about this. Now don't Kexx ma ke fanan. We all know what the law says if you allege somebody of such kind of crime. You understand? And then that is something we all need to understand. And then, you know, people need to understand one thing. To accuse politician or a very key figure, you know, more accuse me alonko or come more to me alonko and Monsabanyor among the coup start in the Usman Sonko in Senegal. Usman Sonko la case kitanyadi. We all need to understand. Usman Sonko la case kitanyadi. Usman Sonko la case kitanyadi ya 2 million. Because they want to silence you. That is the only reason. But at the end of it, I'll call about Tanyadi. Right? But this one, alhamdulillah, is a very simple thing. Because the simplicity here is, I mean, already they know here. So all what they have to do is to go and do a DNA test. And I think, you know, they said even Gambians don't say DNA test. There are hospitals like a DNA in Gambia here. So now maybe when the both lawyers came together, new lawyer being out of New York, you know, with the state prosecutors, they will do the needful, you know, Yebela sample solta, and they go and do a DNA. By no case, I'm not like a case made in it because already there is a precedent of such, you know, here. And at the end of it, with all the statements will be better, with all the witnesses will be, because let's take the big example of the case of Bob Keller. Because Bob Keller said, okay, with all the statements, with all whatever, maybe not a book like this, at the end of it, what happened? You know, at the end of it, what happened was, I mean, you know, DNA. The moment DNA said co is not, all the statement will be better, you know. You know, the focus. You know, nobody was interested, you know, in reading, you know, all that statement because at the end of it, based on me, Bela Fonko put me come with DNA. And DNA, inshallah, I believe that's going to happen. You understand? As far as the case is before the police, you know, that is something we all need to understand that. You understand? You know, so coming down from Yaman, you know, it's not a matter of coming kafuko naraka fasar like manna fasar la, but na melong ko yung kono nyanda ko fanam fole. Wala nyindi ko we know, you know, didn't know abe jumal la show kono, and we know the people meli along ko welebe ko yung puskan. We know them, and then we must say that we can mbo falale, asana mbo falale. Anu kukela kumara de holo nyindi ko like indaka damu de holo nyindi ko I wish didn't know I only report le kabrin the beginning. Kabrin the beginning. Oh, kabrin ala ke fata da dum fire la, you know, ala no jindi kara daminto. You understand? Oh, the very day me along go they inform the mom called Kexx that wala mulume di no you wuluta bawanye Kexx call la kay go, you know, and you know nyini never care, right? You know, kabaga go nyini never care, you know, and then Kexx, you know, yeah, no, I mean, you know, I mean, it's not him. Okay, in fact, but no, I don't want us to now buy a market at the time. That was exactly what Kexx said, and then from there, Koyin be later world, okay? Nothing was happening. Didn't know he's doing our life, whatever. And comment Kexx will leave in game after and Sunday. So they know come among Kexx game. Then because you know she was not sure, maybe that was the reason. But come among Kexx Kexx is everywhere. That is something we all need to understand. You know, Kexx is everywhere. Kexx is always at the court. And they know him from even Kexx is always at the courts in Banjul. Kexx is always at the courts. But Kexx is always at the media. So Kexx is not somebody that is something we all need to understand. Kexx from that day among Femmayable. No. Kexx Bejana. Kexx Bejana. He has been going over everywhere. He has been going to court. He has been in protests. You understand? I mean, I know I can say for free, Kexx where he lives, the people in that compound knows where Kexx is living. So it's not matter of Kabugo Akaburin. No. No. It's not matter of coming Kabugo Akaburin. That is something we all need to understand. Very well. Nyanda Kaji understand very well. Because Kexx may live in the same place like inside. The Bakunda. He still lives in the Bakunda. Yes. Kexx has ever been living in the Bakunda, Latrakunda. I mean, they are all well, but those communities are the Bakunda and Latrakunda, baby, because Kexx live, you see, Kexx will live in the Santa. Yaya Slomen Kabon and Serakunda Garaso, Serakunda Labago Garaso, Slomen Kaboje, Kata Manja, Uduma Silo. Wasilo can Kexx will live in Diamond. Ala Kodraning is just 2-3 compounds from that way. 2-3 compounds from that way. Kexx will live in the world. And when Kexx will live in Diamond, you let Shulun Kono, where is just, the same, almost the same area. So come on, go a mile long Kexx by Diamond. That is something I don't think was a no-go area. Kexx has ever been here. Nico Imalong. Nico Imalong. Jumalem at that point. Or they were not sure. Or the sister did not give an accordant statement. Dino Kumo Koyofo. May along it can convince the parents or Dino. I mean, Niofo, Mr. Lawala. But coming up, the Kexx has been running away from them. I'm not going to buy that story too. I'm not going to buy that story. Right? But at the end of it, what is more important here, I want you to go to nice somebody. Because Lua is here for everyone. And Lua Luality. And then the same Lua, we have to use it to other things. Like Mama Jabila and then the Rolu, like all this. I mean, people need to understand. Look, if Kexx, let me tell you something. If Kexx is not into politics, for example, this is somebody me along that a political gonna ferret. Momalong political. Momalong any side of politics. Ha. Momalong, even Kexx long political kono. Do you think we are going to involve politics into this? Do you think more political more foreign blind? How many cases will be carrying before the courts today? I don't know. Case jail be carrying B. Case jail be carrying police B. And then ke dia munu moy. Because none of those people were into politics. And we all need to understand. People, because it's like all these things are making people to be scared to get into politics. So the future of the country at the end of it will be a problem. Because you feel like if you are into politics, you are always you are always targeted. Or if you are into politics and you are known, little thing on you that it's like a little bad thing on you that you are finished. And no one is perfect. But I didn't also say when we say no one is perfect, everybody has to get into issues. Mele is going to bring trouble into the society. No. But niage politiko ka diam mol la karola mele alon ke be politiko kono aka fo wala la karola but moment man ka politiko ko jwa ba fo be politiko la wala go fala. Nobody is going to say that, and this is something we all need to understand. So the political bone la no je because Kexx is a politician. Kexx is an activist. So a person me along and him man sale be nyola. Ha. It's a political bone la no je. And donc même from Kumara, the Wolum you to go, politician will lay that again. It's clear. You know that very well. Politicians will lay that again. And those politicians, we know them very well. Even our elders sit with those politicians. Yes. Yes. And finally, our politicians will sit there. Because more through that one, will don't sit there to talk about this matter. To talk about this matter. And it was like, okay, Mediamana Samale, and the Motro have to call the following day, and the very politician did not pick up the calls. After talking to Motro and everything, and then Samana Diam, the following day Motro Yakuman, and then he failed to pick Motro's call. So that is something we all need to understand. And no, the timing. This is my problem, the timing. with all whatever member be carrying, you be man for time me along go Kexx ko kana buko le lunch. But for time me along go Kexx spent in the protest and Kexx play a pivotal role in that protest. I kada kubala to protest nyimbo. And everybody's seen what Kexx you make go political blind. And more that protest mean government government protest on because we've seen Ahmad Gida and the core. They came out to insult us. We've seen Bahum and the core, what they did. So we must all understand these matters. Only you understand very well. Political but political data that's not true. I am not saying again. I mean Karla or Karamaki. And I want this to be very clear. I want this to be very clear. Manana jang kamo fasa. But naraja the situation of Benjamin Kauf. Situation of Benjamin Beola Foka. And this is something all of us need to understand. This is something we all need to understand. Nimam politician will judge. Ndapolo politician, but na politician will let you. You've seen them. I'm not going to mumble. With the politician will let you kono. And the konin kada politician will let you blast around. Niman sudi ajela ibe fola leba. And then like the same thing. Niaje be you know be Kexx fola. And some people will believe it could be Kexx because you got a jail. Let's call it spade a spade. Because I mean, Kexx, you understand? I mean, because already it's been established, and in Kexx, they do have an interaction. That is one thing I know Kexx acknowledge it. Because yes, they have an interaction. Kexx you acknowledge it. But interaction, the girl was looking for a help. And when she was looking for a help, because the Kexx has been helping a lot of people in that compound, and the girl see because Kexx is helping others, and didn't know you not can prove Marco. And I didn't know, I make sure I said, didn't know Marco no mentor, I didn't know you Marco water. I said, didn't know Marco no mentor, I didn't know you Marco water. But I can maintain the world you go, I didn't know you, I didn't know you Namini La, I didn't know you Namanta Blato. And at some point, I can maintain the world even the very day didn't know can you know me from for them Kexx was with somebody me along was that time that girl was with Kexx, you know, like she was going to the course, you know, I mean with Kexx. He was trained that girl. I don't follow. But the memory is something no from what I will in the core. I'm out for follow attending Kexx yelal. I'm over it. And I want people to understand this very well. I'm half for understanding. Come and talk about anyway. I remember when you go, I go Kexx Arab learn the motor. So after the Ataja and she pass out, coming when the moment she pass out, and then Abije at the end of it, it had a follow so on, Kabida so on, Kexx Ajina Gida Atata. And Yaninka, do you have any pain? She says she doesn't have any pain. Do you have any bruise? She says she does not have any bruise. The Yaninka, whether did you become wet? She says she was never wet. And it was after 7 months. It was after 7 months. I mean, our sister Aditeko, she is pregnant. When they went to the police, they went to the health center. They confirmed that she's having 7 month pregnancy. That is something you must listen to this word also. But you cannot actually also say it is important for local Kafuko Kexx market. I tell a story level. Amafoko Manayela. But I call I have the motor, and at the end of it, she passed out. With the moment she passed out, at the end of it, another follow so on Kexx Ajin. That's what she said. But see, Amafoko come and Kexx somebody black card. That's what she said. And this is something we all need to understand. I am Brandon Motola. And then this also, I think, is going to be a lesson to people they give lift. I think now we are in be level. And then again, there's one thing also about the private call calling to Kexx number. Yes, ala number is a private number. Ever since, because Kexx mole me alonko it does aka investigational kele aka investigational kele aka it deals with a lot of people, so sometimes aka ala sim card running aka tara phone call to ala sim card running katara privately, ala sim card running katara privately. So that is something me alonko that is true. Kexx have a private number, yes, but yeah, and I just want you people to understand one thing here. Sister Nunyanko, Kexx have a private number. So if Kexx has a private number, this means because he did not have Kexx number. But how was he contacting Kexx to look for help? It's something also we all need to understand. If Kexx is because if she has to go to a level to say Kexx is having a private number, a private number of a Kexx bull. But then how did, because if private number no the Kexx bull this mean go I know kind of call a private number like a more number, so I think the Kexx call no. And but saying none of them Kexx number so because I Kexx number so because they all live together. They all live together. They all live in the same place, the same compound. Almost. So that was the reason. Right? That was the very reason. And Adamaya be the Maltema. Yes. And I believe even if any one of you goes to the mom and asks how Kexx was to her, she will tell you Kexx was very good to her. But that does not guarantee being good to the mom or being good to the family doesn't mean you will not do any bad thing to the family. That also did not qualify that. That is why Kexx is is innocent in this. Yes, because sometimes people come to far close to families and family whilst they have an ill intention. That often happen. So that is something that can happen. So guys, not out of Sita, guys, I've seen some people send requests. Man alla request all tano, because man left time jama spend young. I have a meeting to attend. Nilitala Walto, and I have to go and see Kexx. I have to. So saying is very simple. I am asking you people. Alenta kala hakilu du bake. Can live, especially girls, can live because the moment you know more interaction sort of once, you understand. Come on, anything happen. If your life is better, prior is very simple. No, so you like a hackle to back. You need more interaction also to say just in the car. Because most of leave platform is very dangerous nowadays, especially young guys. And I would advise parents also, if you are sending young guys to school, give them full lunch dealer. And now I pass it to my own dealer because I think from now on, many people are not going to be giving them lift because it can cause you any form of trouble. Because what we are experiencing as of now, they call me experience concerns anything. So thanks for your time. Those who are watching at TikTok, but I'm really happy that I have about a lot of people, almost about 9,000, almost 10,000 likes. I think that is something good. Yeah. So guys, all this is what I have for you people. It's a happy to back it down. It's a long call. One did do only there. One did do. Super no one did do. But it's a new for understanding the Kexx for them one did do and the Kexx for them Musole Babu. This is something we have to understand. Kexx Musole Babu and when Kexx do all Babu and are doing with them Musole. Then the Musole may alongo. And the doing in Kexx doing is even less than. Is even less than less than 1 year. I don't. Kexx Sanneh know is less than 1 year. Right? I don't. I'm sure we've been she is less than a year. Right? So for you the for understand. So Kexx Dimuso Babule. Right now, they don't know Dimuso Babule. But Dimuso Babu Melon Science and Susokan. And Musola Babule. So if you are saying, like, let's say they never fight come Musola right now, so understand this go Kexx for Musola Babu. And Kexx for Dimusola Babu. Understand that. Right? But you must also understand, it's a level of Kexx for you need to understand that you didn't know him for didn't know him. She's on the age according to her statement. But didn't want to for them. But when they do for them, that's what you need to understand. It doesn't want to do it for them, want to do it to all of them. Yes. So at the end of it, même kumata ya woni sa haklu to bat. Na haklu to bat. Ba ku mu folo nyame. Ba sen kan na nyame. Be dunna ko na nyame. Bari na do man ngul mel lonji kawul funam fa man tan ya. Ko funam fa man tan ya. Yes. Because we know Jumanle ya ko nyu wulindi. And we know the only reason why you're calling willing, I will not even say astaghfirullah. The only reason you're calling willing, I'm not going to say astaghfirullah. The only reason this matter comes now is because of Kexx involvement into the Burfoot crisis, Burfoot protest, and then the book writings. This must be one of the reasons they are calling, it has to come up like this. Yes. And in fact, another reason also why they have to make it on Friday also is because to keep him under custody up to the end of the weekend. Because we all seen it on the TVs. The first time but no reaction. No reaction. But at the end of it, what happened? Yes, sir. So they haven't tracked it down to make it Friday. It can stay under the police custody. We all know. We all know. And there is somebody because what I'm trying to say here is I just want to be very, very, very careful. I don't want to offend the girl. I don't want to offend Kexx. That's why I just I will pray to Allah the Almighty for me to be so independent in this, to make sure we put the truth outside to the people. Yes, but one thing I can tell you people is this, I swear. I know Unanyang cannot never. Unanya will not tell me ko aman fellow ni ko. And Unanya nam KMC la MPP KMC la kia pasente. Unanya Adlam KMC la he was a former chairman for KMC, and now I tell him president advisor for the religious affairs. For religious affairs. So why they have to wait? Because you cannot tell me Unda could not help these people during that time. Unda was not able to help the Nonya that very period. Kasamba police or others. You might have for India. Kabugo Undanya Mo at that time. If they can do it now, what stopped them from doing it that day? From during that period? But the only thing you can say is because of politics. And I'll come political for you. The only thing you do is because of Kexx advocacy against the government. That is the only reason why you are someone inside there. Because that is the only way they can grip him. That's the only way they can silence him. So something is silencing my own brother. You people don't want us to not talk about that. They want to silence our own brothers. You people don't want us to talk about that. And yet still, and I said, I am not saying Kexx did not do it. Wallahi Lazim, I just want to make that very clear. Neither Sila, any platform of Kexx did not do it. Until and unless it's been proven. Until and unless it's been proven. But some of the issues there, they all follow it. They will follow it. Because now a B is Kexx. Tomorrow it could be another person. Tomorrow next could be another person. So the story or the forces behind this, we know it. One thing I know is, because let me tell you one thing. I have been in the police station and I know a few people. I know some few people, even during our detention, you know, in Porter, some of them, I don't want to say a lot, but recently I know how they are behaving. So it's a cooked up at some point. You understand? Mafoko is a cooked up about the event you bought. It's a cooked up to bring it up now. It's a cooked up to bring this up now. Mafoko amansoto and I will keep saying this. Mafoko amansoto. Mafoko Kexx Lake. Mafoko Kexx Market. But I can tell you, and one thing, I confidently believe, if you see this matter has to come now, it's because of something else. It's because of the beautiful protest, and it's because of the book Kexx Sanneh. So guys, thanks for your time. Alma Luka Rosiala, Alma Tonya Samadla, Tonya Tioela, Tonyata, Fania Tioela, Faniata, Gomefrayalon Gambanda, Alma Alain Kanda, Nadia Multo, the moment for I get me along Oren Shabu with Ben, Gomefrayalon being the political kono, the activism kono, the Adan Namasaba Masakalan Haza was Alison B. Tanka. Alison B. Sutra. Come Kapia Ning Elephant Alay Sutra if you keep on Sutra. Kumada back a Balukono, the Adan Namasaba Masakalan Haza was Alma Alenso Sutrola, Alma Alenso Tancola, Alma Alen Tankatan, Katam, Alma Alenso Adjefrum, Jarakan, La Dimbal, Balunya, Alma Lea Sonendi, Alma Alenso Sutura, the Balukono, Alenso Sutura, Balukono. Alen tanka dimba masibo, moto masibo, jawol masibo, setano masibo, alma alen tankama. Nyong alma alen tankama, na kami dimba la karola lambang alin kudur. Alma alen tanka bela. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is some of the little things I have to say to all of you people. Today is Kexx, tomorrow it could be anyone. So for that being the case, let us all be very careful. Let us not take sides because, like I said, the victim is, she's a sick claim, she's underage as of now, and then likewise also Kexx also is saying that he did not do it, you understand? And we've all seen the police, I think it was a mistake from the side of the police, Pruka Kexx to Fintin, didn't know him to that car Fintin, that initial or that, because already among Kexx charge, as I'm speaking, Kabriya Mudafobi, as I'm speaking, is not in charge. It's only with them. It's been calling for many cautioning, but he's not been charged yet. So, guys, thanks for your time and thanks for sharing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa ta'ala wa barakatuh.